The Todd Father's with us, Todd Leary. Todd, Indiana coming off of an 89-91 loss at Iowa last night in a game that they did not hit a field goal in the last 3 minutes, 42 seconds, hit one of their last 7, missing 0 for the last 5 in a game they lost by 2 points. That has got to drive Mike Woodson insane. Pretty good at the free throw line, but they still left 11 free throws.
Not good at the free throw line.
Yeah, I guess really, 65%. So they lose the game at the free throw line. A game like this, you've got Jordan Geronimo who went 0 for 3. George Shafino missed 2 out of his 6. Trey Jackson Davis misses 2 late out of the 10 that he had. And then Trey Galloway missed. He only hit 50%. I mean, you can't have guys shooting 50% and 0 for 3.
When you look at the other statistics that are on there, the shooting statistics, like Indiana should have won this game. The free throws is the one that stands out in a 2-point loss, obviously. And on the road, like that was always one of the key factors is you've got to shoot well you got to get to the free throw line a lot and make a lot of them. And 26 free throws on the road, you should win that game. Like that's a game that you should win. Scoring 89 points, you should win that game on the road.
Shooting 53% from the 3-point.
What's that?
They shot 53% from behind the arc.
Yeah, like all the shooting statistics looked good. Like Indiana, offensively played definitely well enough to win. But in saying that, like what I was saying before, and again, I apologize for having to do this on the road because it's unprofessional, and I apologize, but I didn't really have a choice today. But
sounds great now.
That zone offense. Back to what I was saying earlier in the zone offense, like it. Dustin and Alec earlier talked about it's a simple game, and it is a simple game. And Coach Knight kind of had the way he taught us to understand how to play against any defense in general, but especially a zone defense, because coaches for some reason seem to, once a team goes to a zone, they like switch to a zone offense, which we really didn't switch to a zone offense. We kind of played the same offense, but you have one basic rule, and you make 2 people guard you. And so what you see a lot of teams do when a zone comes out is they just pass the ball around the perimeter until they can feed it into the post. And it doesn't work very often. And Coach Knight got us to understand that if you take, that 1 or 2 dribbles, if you watch a zone, a pass fake, you can watch everybody like kind of move against the zone. And in a dribble, if you dribble one direction, everybody in the zone kind of leans that way. And if you take a dribble, like we had a rule, and you make 2 people guard you, which doesn't mean you have to drive into a trap. But if I dribble towards someone, that guy's going to move towards or move to cut my lane off. And it's really simple because as soon as he does that, like you're supposed to take 1 dribble, as soon as he even leans one way, you kick it, and then he's all of a sudden in recovery mode. And that's where you saw Connor McCaffrey talking about they were the aggressor. Well, against the zone, Indiana should have been the aggressor. And it is very simple. It's really, really simple. But if you pass the ball on the outside, just hoping to feed it in the post, it's not simple. It's very difficult. And zones sit back there and laugh because they can rest on defense, and they really don't have to move that much. There's no pressure against them. And that's the one part I don't understand. It's like, Indiana did this against Syracuse last year, and they should have won that game. And they just couldn't. They wouldn't make that one little dribble and make someone, I don't even say guard you, but you got to make 2 people commit to you. And the one guy's in front of you, and if you take a dribble towards a guy, he's going to lean in, and then you kick it. And then that guy takes a dribble, and somebody else has to recover to him. It's really simple, and it's laughable. And the fact that they don't do it, I just don't understand it.
The last play of the game at Indiana, too, they had 1 more possession in the second half than Iowa did, which ended up being a shot to win the game. And, I would much rather him seen to try to get a shot off than, I guess, driving to the rim. If it works, great, but that didn't look like it had a real shot of happening. So why not try to get a shot by somebody and just win the game on the road and get the hell out of there? Dustin, what do you think?
Yeah, the part I timeout was that they were just try to get the ball. If that was going to be, because obviously that was the one Iowa was trying to take away. And so I like the fact that Jalen drove the ball to the basket and got into where he did. I wish he had pulled up at like 6 feet or 8 feet rather than all the way in there, but he's trying to draw the foul. That's 56 or so. That's whatever. But I didn't mind that part of it. It should have never gotten to that point.